Hi, folks. I'm Erika Del Sordo. Welcome to today's Talk with Erika. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you haven't done that just yet, go ahead and subscribe, please. And I just made Apple Podcasts, so you can find me, Today's Talk with Erika, on Apple Podcasts as well. Now, today's show includes two South Florida native water babies living in an active outdoor lifestyle. They grew tired of seeing litter scattered across our beautiful beaches. Now, one of the biggest offenders was the iconic red Solo cup. This led Pirani Life's founder, Brenda Pierce, to design the Pirani Party Tumbler, a sustainable solo cup to keep your drinks hot or cold and plastic out of our landfills and oceans. Their mission is to help eliminate the 500 billion single use plastic cups used around the world each year. They encourage their customers to BYOC, bring your own cup, on the go, and believe that education is the key to a sustainable future. At Pirani Life, they hashtag party sustainably and encourage others to take small steps on their eco journey each day. Please welcome Danielle Del Sordo and Brenda Pierce. Oh, did I mention this is my sister? Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going? Thank you for the introduction.
Yes,
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's good to be with you guys. It's good to see you. I know this has been a long time coming because you guys created that. When did Pirani Life actually become in existence?
2000.
July 2018 is our launch of our Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So
right.
almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago. Okay. And it's done very well. Let's talk about the Kickstarter. You guys, what was your goal and where did it hit?
That's right. So our goal was, I believe,
$7,000, I think, yeah.
Which actually was a little under probably what it should have been. And we came in like almost 450% over our initial fundraising goal.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. You guys did really well with that. And we all love our Piranis. Anytime I go for a walk at the lake or, you head to the gym and you want a reusable cup to bring, you bring your Pirani. It's become our regular. So talk to me though, there's a clear mission that you have with Pirani Life, and tell me about why you started this, why your heart is in it, and why your cup is truly the best.
All right. Protege, take it away. Well, you said it all already in our intro. I'm just kidding.
So one of the things that I really think is a big part of our mission, you mentioned it, is education and creating a mission and a movement that causes people to think differently. So, there's a lot of companies out there that have similar missions, but one of the things that we really want is we want people to be active in the community, and we want people to really think about some of the small things that they can do to make a difference.
You guys do a lot of beach cleanups. How many of those do you do in a week, in a month? What are you looking at with those?
Well, it depends. Anytime we go to the beach, which used to be before our startup, much more regularly, because we live one block from it, you can't step foot on the beach without seeing plastic, without seeing all kinds of different trash, both from beach goers and things that are washing up from even other islands as well. Yeah, there's a perfect example of what we like to call a party foul. And it's when your solo cup is ending up anywhere else, but really you just shouldn't use solo cups to begin with. But yeah, it's a big problem here. People love going to the beaches, but they do not
they're not interested in taking care of it.
They don't want to take care of it.
And they don't even want to clean up after themselves, let alone.
That's so sad.
Yeah. And so we participate with local nonprofit organizations down here and cleanups both across Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade County. And they're amazing. We've learned a lot from them, and they pick up hundreds to thousands of pounds a year of trash in the community. So we join forces with them for probably about 3 to 4 cleanups a year. And then, yeah, just going to the beach on your own every day is like a little cleanup in itself. There are around 9 million tons of plastic that ends up in our oceans each year. That is from National Geographic, so it's a valid source. And it's just, I think people just don't realize how much. Another thing people don't realize about their solo cups, which, as Brenda mentioned, we love to educate, is that they are not recyclable. I think a lot of people think that you can recycle your solo cups, and you cannot recycle your solo cups unless you go through a very, very specific program, which most people aren't going to do. However, you can dishwash your solo cups. You can put them on the top shelf of the dishwasher. So as much as we're against them, if somehow you have them, at least reuse them.
Okay.
And please don't throw them, to the
Anywhere.
ocean. Yeah.
And you can find this all at piranilife.com, just in case anyone's going, well, where do I find these cool cups? It's piranilife.com. Right?
It's www.pirani.life. If you go to piranilife.com, it'll redirect to our website as well.
Well, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, it redirects.
At least it knows where to find you. All right. I do have more pictures. We can bring those up in just a moment. But where is he going?
So I asked him to go get a red cup because I brought a couple cups on the table here to chat about, but we didn't. The initial cup is the red cup. So you asked kind of like what are some features of our cup. So
sorry.
Oh yes, and that's the pic. I'll bring that up while you guys are talking as well. I want to show that picture of your different
awesome.
Your sizes,
So we designed it, Brenda designed it to look just like the red solo cup. So it's got that glossy feel. It's got different measurement lines, which you can show in a minute. Each measurement line means something different, so you have 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 8 ounce, 12 ounce, and then 16 at the top. And so it's actually really easy to take this cup with you on the go. I know right now during these times, it's a little bit more difficult to get somebody to pour into your cup for you, but still, if you're going to like a gas station or like a takeaway.
So yeah, a lot of customers of ours have reached out and have been asking whether or not they will be able to still use their cup if they go anywhere, or they use their bottle or use anything. And so anytime we go to a restaurant that accepts, the ability to have your product refilled, your cup refilled, we always share it in our stories or sometimes share it on our page. To be honest, the way I thought about it when I was chatting with them is a lot of places they'll allow you to, basically they'll hand you a plastic cup or they'll hand you a paper cup and then you go fill it at the station. And so I was like, can I just use my own? Because how is me filling my own cup, whether it's a plastic cup that you hand me or my cup that I brought with me, I didn't understand how one would be better or worse as far as, keeping the things sanitary, I guess.
Right. What I did find interesting, stopped at a Busy Bee along the way somewhere recently, and they've got, the Dunkins to go where you can refill your own. And one of the things that it actually said, and this is of course because of the coronavirus, it said that they are not allowing you to bring your own reusable cup because of that. And I thought, well, how interesting. You would think that you'd want people to bring their own cup to kind of use. So I didn't understand where they were going with that, but they're trying to eliminate germs is what I guess is going on.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's understandable, and it's definitely something that's changed. Like those pictures that were just brought up of the Starbucks, in all different places. Those were taken from pictures all over the United States that friends had sent to us, and I think it's going to be a while before that can become a norm again. But no matter what, our mission still. Our cup stands for this movement of what can you do to live more sustainably? Even if it's not by taking your cup with you, maybe you bring a reusable bag to the grocery store. Maybe there's so many different.
Maybe you pick up your trash. Pick up
your trash. Don't buy water bottles. Use a reusable water bottle as well. And even today, we went to the grocery store and they're not accepting reusable bags at the grocery store. So we've been taking our groceries and putting them directly back into the bin and then bagging them at our car, and it takes a little bit of extra time, but there's so much waste that you create by taking, plastic bags for every little thing. So yeah, that's more or less our mission, is to just get, as Brenda mentioned, to get people to think differently.
And we know that things are changing, so we're starting to look at new ways to educate people to make the difference, to what can you do now? Like we know now is not the same as it was 3 months ago. So we're trying to think of things that can help people live more sustainably, and we're trying to do our best to educate people as well. So
That's so true. The coronavirus has changed so many things for so many different people, and that includes you guys.
yep,
And
absolutely.
that's, yep. And honestly, I think more people should be purchasing cups, especially Pirani cups, just because of what's going on. You don't want those germs anymore. So why not hand over your own personal cup? And hey, listen, you don't know if someone at I don't want to name any names, but any of these coffee places, someone may have just dropped all the cups on the floor. You know what I mean? It's best
Yeah.
to just bring your own cup.
Yep.
So what can you do, if someone wants to, I know you personalize the cups as well, right? So what are some of the things that you can do with the Piranis?
Well, you you brought up an image earlier of beer pong. That was fun. All the different things you could do with Pirani. So one of the biggest things that we never really thought, so we are a small startup, and I feel like I've been talking so much. Are you sure you don't want us to talk?
Yeah, so I don't mind.
He'll talk all day. I'll let you know when we run out of time.
So one of the things that we've done a lot is we weren't sure how this was going to happen with when we launched the company, but we do a lot of promotional products. So here's an example of a promotional product that we work with. The organization is called Sea Shepherd.
That's a co-brand. They sell them and also get donations.
This is another one called Bee Charmer. They're up in North Carolina.
I like that.
And so companies, whether it's a retail store or it's a nonprofit, or some of our companies, like there's a medical place down the street and they wanted swag to give away to their customers, but they didn't want it to just be some generic product. They wanted it to be something with a mission, something that they're proud to stand behind. Also, when they give their customers, it's not just generic, it's something that they're proud of. And so we really have encouraged, if companies do this, there are cheaper alternatives, but one of the things that we've noticed is when you buy a cheaper alternative, often they are products that you won't use every day. And so like we have some products that we got that were promotional products from X, Y, or Z, whatever. And they live in our cabinet. Like I don't use them. I never used them before I started Pirani. I still didn't use them. They're not bad products, but they're not amazing. And so when you do a promotional, or when you work with us in that magnitude, you can feel confident that your brand is actually going to live on a lot longer, because they're going to be seen by however many people use it, and people use it every day. Like customers that use these cups. This isn't just something. I mean, I'm sure that this is partially braggadocious, but people literally say that this is the only cup that they use. So, yeah.
I think we forgot to mention what makes our cups, when you were asking what makes our cups different, is they're not only just like a replica of, that iconic party cup, but they're vacuum insulated. So they keep your drinks hot or cold all day long, especially, coming from South Florida. That's a big deal when you're running errands and you can leave, your cup in the car on like a hot summer day, which is basically year round here. And you come back to your car and you still have ice water hours later. So that's really beneficial. And then we didn't realize, because we designed it as a party cup, we're actually happy houring right now. We have this little corner in ours. But it was designed as a party cup, and we weren't thinking how many people were going to be using it for coffee. It works perfectly for it. But that's one of the coolest things too, is all of the coffee drinkers out there are really loving our cup as well.
Yeah, coffee and water is what I love it for. And you were saying when you get refills at Starbucks, Dunkin', stores like that, it's a medium. Is that what they fill it as?
So a little secret is, one, you get a discount for bringing your own cup, but also a little secret about our cups is they are, this is 16 ounces and it looks significantly smaller than that. Put it in your hand because your hands are bigger, but I think because it's the length and the width of it or whatever, it just looks a little bit smaller. So you can order small half the time and they're going to fill it up. They're going to fill it up to the top. I've never had them not pour it to the top for me. So you always get that little pour.
Shh, I can't believe I gave that secret away. It's a good secret. So how many stores is Pirani in? How many stores do you have the cups in right now?
Well, Brandische could go.
So we, as with most small businesses, coronavirus has affected us pretty heavily. This is a long answer for, I guess, could be a short question, but we are currently in about 8 or 10 stores, which is not many at all. And the bulk
I think it is.
the big reason it's not a lot more is because we have really set ourselves up so that when we start pushing to get to new stores, it's done perfectly. And so basically in January, we kind of were confident and comfortable pushing to more stores. So we invested a ton of money. We got really, really nice point of purchase displays. We hired a sales rep. By the middle of February, that sales rep pretty much had like 15 new stores signed up. And then by about the 10th of March, all those stores backed out. I think there was one that stayed. So literally 14 out of 15 stores backed out. And we weren't upset. We understand exactly why. And so things haven't quite recovered yet. We're starting slowly over the past 2 to 3 weeks to getting more traction, and stores are starting to open up and we're starting to approach. But we actually haven't approached anyone over the past 2 to 3 months because the last thing we want to do is a coffee shop that's on, the balls of their feet trying to figure out if they're staying in business. We don't want to reach out and be like, hey, do you want to buy our stuff? So we've been really cautious about, approaching anybody. So currently, I think we're in 9 stores. Depending on what happens, I'm expecting the end of the year we'll be in significantly more.
All right.
We also, careful not to.
So
we're very jerry.
Check that out. Now that is cool. That should come with every cup. I like that.
On it, I don't know if you could. Okay, you can read it. Yeah. Sorry
time it takes to read this sentence. 79,270 cups have been thrown away, and that's really sad. That's really.
And then on the back, let's see. Oops, sorry.
Party sustainably and help reduce the 500 billion single-use plastic cups used around the world each year.
Yeah. So anyway, we got these made, and we were pretty excited about them because they came out really, really good. So yeah, as soon as the stores open back up, we're ready to go.
That's really nice. That's very good. So give me some links. Where can people find you if they'd like to either purchase a cup, maybe get in touch with you to put you in their coffee shop? What would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them a couple things. They could either directly email us at info@pirani.life, or they can go to our website, which is www.pirani.life, or they could call us at 954-547-8850, or they can contact us on Instagram or Facebook. Oh my gosh.
Or Pinterest or LinkedIn.
I do want to mention, I'll put all of your links and my links, all these links that we've mentioned, that'll be in the about and info sections of all of my audio podcasts and the YouTube channel. Just so if anyone's going, I can't write that down quick enough.
Yeah. I'm only joking because it's funny as a new business owner. You don't realize how many forms of communication are out there. And then when you are a new business owner, you end up wearing all the hats yourself. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, wow, you're literally doing customer service on Instagram, Facebook, email, your website, your phone,
Twitter, LinkedIn,
text messages. Then you have friends. Oh, I love our friends and our supporters, but then they text message you orders.
At 3 a.m, right? No.
Exactly.
So it's cool. It's funny. It's like, wow, technology is really prevalent.
The lines of communication are vast. So
are vast. Well, tell me this. Would you like to add anything else while we're talking about this? Anything else you'd like to add to the discussion? What would you like to do?
Sure.
I think we've covered a lot. We've definitely covered a lot. We certainly have talked about what, Pirani Life is, the mission. You guys have given a whole lot of good information. But just in case you wanted to add anything else for viewers and listeners to know.
Yeah, I'll jump in and say something. So one thing that we like, as we mentioned, we really want to educate people. So if anybody's watching this or listening to this and they have questions about things that they could do, whether it's small things, big things, we're open, we'll email, we're really good with communication. So if you shoot us an email saying, hey, listen, you know, I want to start going to town halls, what can I do at town halls? Or, you know, we if it's something to the extent of I want to reach out to local government or state government, we'll help you figure out ways to do that and things that you could say and how you could actually benefit. If it's something that's not related to that, you know, it's like, you know, I don't really know what I could do, but how can I influence my family to be better? Or questions about recycling, you know, it's like, can this be recycled and why and where and how? We've got a lot of knowledge that we've gained over the past couple years, and we're parts of a couple different nonprofits that we've done different trips to Tallahassee and to some waste facility plants here. We've spoken with some of the commissioners of Broward County. There's a lot of information that we have, and we're really transparent or communicative with people. So if they have questions, if anybody wants to know anything, just let us know. There's all those different platforms of communication that we discussed. So yeah.
Oh, and
Yep.
I just wanted to add with what's up on the screen right now. One final thing is part of our mission is also to give back. And so we created this Contribute Sustainably program so the nonprofits that we volunteered our time with, you know, the first year that we were in business, we also wanted to give back to them. And right now it's really difficult for these organizations to co-brand and meet our minimum requirements. So we wanted to give them a space where we sell their tumblers with their logo on it. So like, for instance, this is Sea Shepherd's logo. They're a very large nonprofit organization that's been around for over 40 years, protecting the oceans and wildlife. And every organization, they're our featured one for the month, but every organization is environmental and taking care of our planet. And
they're all 501c3s as well.
And so what we do is we laser engrave their logo, and then we donate 100% profit back to those organizations. So it's kind of like a fundraising platform for them. They don't really have to take any risk. So anybody who wants to give back could also purchase one of those cups as well.
Funny enough, on that note, some of our customers that do buy in bulk from us, they are actually, I think, making more money from the Contribute Sustainably program on our website than they are selling direct, because we are set up to do fulfillment. We're set up to do we're set up to do everything. So there's not, you know, they make more money sometimes with our Contribute Sustainably than randomly they do selling it themselves. Not always.
That's good. No, that's good to know, though. I'm glad that you added that. Very good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. I can't thank you enough. My sister, Danielle Del Sordo, and her fiance, Brenda Pierce, the co-founders of Pirani Life. You guys rock. Thank you very much. Again, I'll have all of our links up. So thank you.
And thank you to my sister,
Thank
because
you.
that was the coolest interview ever.
Aw, thank you. All right. Well, I love you guys. We'll talk soon. Thanks for listening to today's talk with Erika. Join me next week for another discussion with the experts who help make life easier. Please visit my website, erikadelsordo.com, where you'll find all of my social media platforms and more. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once again, thanks for listening.